Hey, Cancerians, how y'all doing? Welcome. We are going to be taking a look at your June through July reading here. So, this will be for Litha season or Yule, depending on where you are in the world. So, we're looking at the time of the summer solstice in the northern hemisphere or the winter in the south. So, just to get right into your meditation, I immediately saw a wolf. So your ruling planet is the moon, right? So when I think of wolves, I absolutely think of the moon. I think many people do. But I saw this wolf walking through a very sunny field, and then I started hearing the song. I think it's Sheryl Crow, and I think it's called "Soak Up the Sun." So I'm going to soak up the sun, tell everyone to lighten up, or something like that. And I saw this wolf kind of just luxuriating in this sunny field with this long grass. And I saw it go walk underneath a tree and just luxuriate. And then I saw, as it was sitting under this tree, it was incredibly patient. And I saw all of these sort of visitors come to the wolf. All the opportunity, all of the stimuli, everything came to the wolf. It didn't have to go out and seek it. It simply was enjoying where it was being, and it just attracted what was exactly right for the wolf at that exact time. So it's interesting because as your ruling planet is the moon, your animal for this round is the bat. And then we have the full moon right here. So bat energy relates to the death key in the tarot, which is Scorpio energy, which is change and transformation and metamorphosis. And it's fascinating here that I heard soak up the sun, and then we've got full moon, we've got a wolf, and then your oracle here. I'm using these Seasons of the Witch Litha Oracle, which just came out. I'm going to recommend it in next week's newsletter as well. It's absolutely stunning. We have sun magic. Don't allow the power of your light to scare you into dimming yourself. So this is really interesting. Here we have like the dark and the light, the shadow and light aspect here. But this sun magic really speaks to allowing yourself to be seen, allowing yourself to be noticed, but also allowing yourself to receive. Not feeling like you have to be all things to everyone at all times, and also understanding that your energy, your essence is not a limitless resource that you in any way are obligated to just source out for nothing in return. So charge what you're worth, right? Only give as much time as you can really comfortably give. There really is something looking at your relationship to reciprocity, how much you feel like you're worth, and really standing in the light of who you are and your talent, what you're good at, why you're here. Um, there is something about this. I do feel like there's something coming in that might be enticing, but I feel like, and this is just an example, but if you keep working for free, then you're going to miss out on the opportunity to get paid what you deserve. Now, you can take that literally if it resonates, but I feel like that is a larger example of a pattern within you where it could be in relationships as well. If you're always willing to give without receiving enough in return, then there's no catalyst for change, right? Until you stop engaging in that kind of energy exchange, then it's never going to have the opportunity to be reciprocal. So there's something about looking at how much you receive in relationship to how much you give, and then the bat with the transformation here. Now, you are coming through as the Knight of Swords, which is beautiful, beautiful air energy here. So Knight of Swords, this can be some blunt communication here. This is, some air sign energy with a little bit of Sagittarius flair as well, where the information coming is not always sweet. It's not always, packaged in a, warm and cuddly kind of way, but it is honest. And it is, a certain level of truth or an amount of truth that you can't look away from, you can't unhear, you can't unknow. So the fact that this is you during this time, I feel like you are definitely using your words, but I also feel like you're going to be having a lot of realizations. A lot of realizations during this time. And I'm also getting the sense of putting yourself first, maybe in a manner that you haven't done in a while, or maybe have never done fully. And this feels incredibly empowering for you, but it also feels like it's giving you a sense of balance that's going to reverberate positively in other aspects of your life. It's interesting. When you display to the universe that you feel like you are worthy of your own time and attention and effort, the universe really does respond in kind and gives you more to be grateful for, to work with, to balance. So really lovely. So your challenge here is the Four of Cups, which is interesting. This came up for another sign, but I can't remember. I can't remember who it was. Um, Actually, I think maybe it was Aries. But the Four of Cups here, this speaks of traditionally of a dissatisfaction. This can be a dissatisfaction with what is going on, or the way in which something arises, or the time in which it arises. But this dolphin with this cup bouncing on its nose, that's Ace of Cups slash Six of Cups energy, which speaks of intuitive downloads, great love, beautiful relationships, reminiscing of the past, having that childlike wonder, being and living in the moment. The fact this is coming in as your challenge, I do feel like there's a little bit of a restlessness here. And that wolf, before, there were certain moments in that meditation where the wolf did feel a bit restless. It didn't leave its field. But I feel like you might be tempted to, whatever changes you make, might be tempted to return to former behavior, or return to habits that feel more familiar or comfortable to you, but that you made a commitment to yourself that you would change, or something in your work. Maybe you're like, God, I feel like I should really ask for a raise, but oh, I'm afraid. What if they say no? And what if blah, blah, blah? All of these sort of things. I feel like there's this sort of like a low grade anxiety or restlessness around some sort of change or relationship dynamic that you do feel like needs to change, but maybe some reticence in actually enacting it. Knowing about it is one thing. Being aware of it is one thing. But actually taking action around what you're aware of, that's a whole other thing. And that's Knight of Swords commenting on the Four of Cups right here. After, or rather the Four of Cups commenting on the Knight of Swords, right? It's interesting. This is very active, and this poor creature is just sitting on a rock, right? In your place of advice, you have 10 of Wands. So this is not surprising to me at all. This speaks of a maximum amount of energy and effort. This is really you really feeling like, oh, Lord, there's a lot going on. There's a lot to balance. This maximum amount of effort, but this also denotes the end of one cycle before a new one begins. So whenever I'm doing a reading and this comes up for a client, this usually means that they're either moving house, moving job, or leaving a certain relationship in favor of the unknown. So it is a big change that's happening here. Your life is not going to look the same, right? When this card comes up. So I do feel like for you, because it is coming in your place of advice, be willing to put in the effort where it's well deserved, right? Because I do feel like there's an area, or more than one area of your life, areas, where there is some effort that wants to be put in so that it can transform into something new, like the bat. It's about discerning what that is and being willing to do it. But I really feel like you know what this is already, I'll be honest. And if not, it's going to be made clear quite soon with this Knight of Swords energy. Now, it's all going to be worth it with this place of victory showing up as the Ace of Pentacles. This is a new job. This is a raise. This is a new home. This is an engagement. This is a marriage. This is, inheritance, unexpected inheritance coming through. This is a new opportunity. This is beautiful. This is like money and happiness and fulfillment coming in the form of, physical, tangible results and manifestation. So the fact that this is coming in for you in your place of victory, it's like, are you willing to make some changes in order to be in the place to receive this pentacle? And that's what I feel like was the wolf, with everything coming to the wolf, right? That the ace represents a new beginning. So it's a new beginning of your financial station. It's a new beginning of your relationship to your work. It's a new beginning in some way, shape, or form, your relationship with your physical self and your health, perhaps. But it's like, are you willing to either identify what needs to change and then make those, edits, be willing to enter into the land of better reciprocity with and for yourself, so that you can be in the right place at the right time for this pentacle to emerge? Because the universe is not going to bring you this pentacle and anything new until you display that you are ready to make the willing changes in order to be an energetic match to receive it, right? It's kind of just how it goes. So the outcome is interesting. The outcome is Seven of Cups. So traditionally, this speaks of a dream deferred, right? This means you have so many different options, but there's a certain analysis paralysis, but from an emotional sphere as opposed to a mental one, that keeps you from identifying and choosing your cup. But here's what I'm getting with you, dear Cancerian. You know the cup. You know which cup is yours. If you looked at this right now, you know which cup is looking tight and right to you. But it's really just about having a lack of confidence and faith that the one that you choose and the one that you really want is going to be the quote right one, right? I find that the medicine for Seven of Cups is similar to Knight of Swords, but it's Ace of Swords. And that, or Two of Swords. It's really about allowing yourself some time in stillness and going within, connecting to that wolf and bat full moon intuition, and really steeping into that confidence that you know exactly, especially as a Cancerian, you're so intuitive, you're so psychic, you absolutely are in tune with the lunar cycles. Hello, your ruling planet is the moon. So it's just about allowing yourself to steep into that confidence to say, like, no, I can engage with my mind to a point of clarity and get in my fiery confidence and choose what's right for me and really back my own decision making ability and really support and honor what it is I want. Because if you desire something, if you truly desire something from your soul, then I do believe that that is because it's a part of your soul blueprint. It's something that wants you as well, right? What what you want wants you, right? It's the alchemist. And I feel like that is really coming up for you during this time. But I feel like with this outcome as well, you're also going to have more than one option. I feel like is the point of that. And this is really showing me that energy of the wolf sitting by the tree and all of these opportunities coming to the wolf. And you have all these choices, Seven of Cups. You also have the dragonfly energy here, which is an Ace of Swords energy. This also speaks of dream time, though. And the fact that we have the moon, and I really feel to pay attention to your dreams during this time, even keep a dream journal, doing dream work, which just to parse it down, dream work not to it's not a complicated thing, but just a little mini manual to it. So when you have a dream, notice the feeling you have right when you wake up, and that feeling is oftentimes your gateway into understanding the symbolism of the dream, right? It's the feeling more than anything you see or experience. Really click into those feelings. I feel like there's going to be a lot of information in that. Your clairsentience as well, which is your psychic feeling, I feel like is going to be on point. Also, your clairvoyance, your ability to psychically see things clearly as well. I do feel like with this Knight of Swords energy, you're going to be seeing things with the clarity and this sun magic, right? The power of the sun. That it's going to be impossible to ignore. I feel like all of this is in the spirit of positive change for you. And I feel like it's all for your highest and best good, but it's really with this bat, with the death and transformation. I really feel like there's a sense of, are you willing to let go of the things that other people should be caring for themselves? So that you have room in your arms with this Ten of Wands, right? To like carry your own load, make your own change, and really expand your own capacity for your own manifestation and happiness and balance, whatever this Ace of Pentacles is for you. I feel like for you, what's going to be really helpful with this as well is do some daydreaming about what your Ace of Pentacles would look like. What would it be? How would it come? Get specific about it. Really allow yourself to daydream in that way. And I feel like once you do that, you're going to open up this psychic link where you're going to get a real hit on this thing that is circling you. Because I feel like this Ace of Pentacles is circling you and has been for a minute. I'm also hearing the word August. I saw that in the meditation as well. I do feel like right after this time period, like after your birthday season, you're going to start passing into, this other energy where this thing is manifesting and it's time to really get up and go live these changes, live the happy results of these, shifts that you're wanting to make. So enjoy this time now as it is as well, this dreaming and lounging in the field and thinking and planning and realizing and talking and negotiating, because I feel like once it comes August, September, your life is going to look different in some marked way, but a lot is going to change as a result of this Ace of Pentacles, whether this is an idea or a physical manifestation that comes to you. There's something in this, or relationship, that your life is going to look quite different here in the next few months. And I got away. It's just up to you, the form that takes, and if you allow it to come to you by making these needed shifts, right? It's going to keep circling, right? Until you open up some space for it. And that's the main feeling that I have, is that it's like your cup is very full at this moment. Is there room for another pentacle? Something to think about. So that being said, my beautiful moon children, wolf Cancerians, I so hope that this helps and resonates. If so, please let me know in the comments below. I love reading your comments. Also, I'm so happy to report that I am back in the UK. My visa is approved. I am back where I belong with my sweet crow setup here. I'm back in my home base. I just want to thank you guys so much for your patience during my time of transition. I've been here, there, and everywhere, and taking time off and coming back. And I'm really excited to now be with you in a more available and consistent way. And I just really appreciate all your patience around that. I truly, truly do. Been going through my own transition. I'm going to make a video about this, and then this is me segment. So please keep your eyes peeled for that as well. And yes, just with that being said, I'm sending you so much love and thanks. And as always, and most of all, just thank you for being you, and be well. Until next time.